Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday morning, August 2nd. It looks like a warmer day for much of the Mid-Atlantic region. They really had kind of an unusually cooler than normal day to begin the work week on Monday with plenty of clouds, really a full day of clouds across Philadelphia, east central Pennsylvania, much of New Jersey, New York City. That kept temperatures down today. A return of full sunshine in that same area from eastern Pennsylvania up across New Jersey and New York City, and that will help to boost temperatures probably to around 90 degrees this afternoon in much of the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. It stays relatively warm again on Wednesday, but the hottest day of the week for the Mid-Atlantic region, much of the Northeast U.S., looks like it'll come on Thursday. Probably temperatures 95 to 100 degrees in that I-95 corridor region on Thursday afternoon. Beyond that, a frontal system will stall out in the northeastern part of the nation. Looks like the threat for showers and thunderstorms, certainly from Friday into Saturday, and some of that rain, I believe, can be heavy at times in the northeastern part of the nation, the way things are setting up. Let's take a look nationwide for the next 10 days. This is from last night's operational run of the GFS at 6Z. A couple things I want to really emphasize here. Again, we're looking at the nationwide total accumulated precipitation for the next 10 days. First of all, monsoonal flow continues out here in the southwestern part of the U.S. This is kind of a seasonal wind that brings in moisture off the Pacific Ocean into the southwestern part of the nation. It really started kind of unusually early this summer with some monsoonal flow and rain associated rainfall. New Mexico, Arizona, as far back as June, and it will continue as we go through the next 10 days or so, and unfortunately very well could lead to some flooding situations, especially a place like Arizona, which will get significant rainfall over the next several days. Again, this is a 10-day outlook. Anything on the purple side is at least 2 inches, but even more significant than that, there will be spots of 4, 5, 6 inches over the next 7 to 10 days or so in the southwestern part of the nation. Meanwhile, places where they certainly do not need additional rainfall, the Tennessee Valley. Been flooding really from eastern Missouri across Tennessee, and most recently in Kentucky. Looks like a continuation of significant rainfall type of pattern over the next several days in that part of the nation. What has been happening in recent weeks, really, frontal systems tend to be coming from the northwest or the southeast, and then they tend to slow down and stall out with a weak flow of winds, weak flow of air in the upper part of the atmosphere. And when they stall out right in this region right here, this ends up being a focus area for showers and thunderstorms, and that has helped to contribute to some significant rainfall across southern half of Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, and unfortunately it looks like that kind of a pattern will continue over the next 7 to 10 days or so. Well, let's take a look at the 850 millibar temperature anomaly pattern from last night's 6Z run of the GFS. And the Mid-Atlantic region, the Northeast U.S., has really enjoyed a pretty decent summer. There was the one extended heat wave a little bit more than a week ago in that part of the nation, and it looks like the next 7 to 10 days, maybe the next 1 to 2 weeks, will not have all that many extended periods of hot weather. Again, this week looks like the hottest day will be on Thursday, and temperatures will certainly soar well up into the 90s in the I-95 corridor region. But we'll see here that there continues to be an influx of cooler than normal air from Canada into the northeastern part of the nation, kind of breaking the back of any potential extended heat waves. Here we are on Tuesday, and again, we'll have warmer conditions in places like Philly, New York City, certainly compared to yesterday. Yesterday had a lot of clouds and a low-level easterly flow of air. That will not be the case today, and temperatures will respond accordingly to the return of sunshine, maybe to 90 degrees this afternoon. Here we go into Wednesday. Still, seasonably warm day on Wednesday, not excessively hot. The real hot weather tomorrow will be across the central and northern plains all the way to the upper part of the Midwest. And then by the time we get into Thursday, here we are Thursday morning, heat and humidity surge to the north and east all the way into New England. Mid-Atlantic region, northeastern part of the nation will suffer its hottest day of the week on Thursday. Again, looking at 95 to 100 degrees in that D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor. But look upstream, some cooler than normal air, and that has generally been the case during the summer season for the northeastern part of the nation. Any kind of real hot weather has not lasted all that long. Again, we did have that one extended heat wave about a week and a half ago. We'll move forward here. Now, what happens by the time we get to Friday morning? There'll be a frontal system that'll be slowly edging its way into the Mid-Atlantic region. It tends to stall out, and I believe that'll lead to a period of quite active weather from Friday into Saturday in the Mid-Atlantic to Northeast U.S. with numerous showers and thunderstorms. Some of that rain can be heavy at times. Let's continue to move forward. The real hot weather, again, extended hot weather across the central northern plains all the way to the upper part of the Midwest, not over the next couple of days, but it really reasserts itself during the latter part of the week into the upcoming weekend. And some of that slides to the north and east, but again, you have a cooler than normal air mass dropping back into the Great Lakes and the northeastern part of the nation. A week from now, this is looking a week ahead, Tuesday of next week, August 9th, and back to normal or even below normal across much of the northeastern part of the nation. But again, out in the central and northern plains, that is where we expect a lot of hot weather over the next week to 10 days or so. The central and northern plains, at times that surges into the upper part of the Midwest, and as you see here, at other times it can surge into the northwestern part of the nation. Well, let's wrap up by looking at the surface maps predicted by the 6Z GFS with these radar echoes. Any kind of green here represents areas of rainfall. Dark green and yellow, excessive rainfall, or more on the heavy side here. Nothing more than an isolated shower or thunderstorm for the rest of today in the Mid-Atlantic region. There were some showers in the overnight hours. Nothing too organized. Basically, mostly sunny, maybe an isolated afternoon shower or thunderstorm. D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Pretty similar on Wednesday. Looks warm, not excessively hot, maybe upper 80s for highs. D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, probably a rain-free day. And then we get to Thursday, and this is the likely hottest day of the week. We'll have a lot of hot air in the upper part of the atmosphere, as we saw a moment ago with those 850 millibar temperature anomalies. That's a couple thousand feet off the ground level. Certainly 95 degrees is on the table for highs Thursday afternoon. D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, maybe even Boston, and some spots can approach that 100-degree mark, I believe, on Thursday afternoon. Dew points will be quite high as well, meaning high humidity, and the heat indices will be at 100 degrees or above. Then the frontal system slides very slowly into the northeastern part of the nation, and it generally stalls out. It looks like it just stalls out, and here we have a continuation of an active weather pattern. Friday into Saturday, showers and thunderstorms, Mid-Atlantic, maybe all the way down to the Tennessee Valley. Again, this is the kind of pattern we've had where fronts just stall out from the Tennessee Valley into the southern part of the Mid-Atlantic region, keeping a focus area of showers and thunderstorms in that part of the nation. And that will be the case again Friday into Saturday. And here we go, it just flares up again all the way from the Tennessee Valley. This is Saturday evening forecast map into the Mid-Atlantic region, into the northeast U.S. Certainly, there will not be a lot of relief in temperatures and humidity with this frontal system. It just tends to weaken and stall out. And again, that will lead to an active time period Friday, Saturday, maybe even Sunday as well in this part of the nation, with likely numerous showers and thunderstorms, and some of that rain can be heavy at times. So again, hottest day of the week for the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast U.S. looks like comes on Thursday. Then there's a threat for heavy rain Friday, Saturday, maybe even Sunday, extending from the Tennessee Valley to the Mid-Atlantic region to the northeastern part of the nation. By the way, tropical activity is likely to start ramping up by the time we get to the middle of August, and it looks like that first threat period will feature something in the Gulf of Mexico, so we'll monitor that possibility over the next week to 10 days or so. That's it for now. For ArcfieldWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.